guys, welcome back. So today it's a very exciting day, and I thought of showing something very unique, and this is one of my unique watches in my collection. So this is a very unique Swiss brand from the late 18th century. It's called Enicar. I believe some of you will be knowing about the brand. Let's come about the brand. Enicar actually started in the early 18th century in a small town in the northwestern region of Switzerland, and it became the center of Swiss watch making. And at that time, Racine, I believe that's how it's pronounced. It was a well-known family of watchmakers, which is based in Gangs. It's a place in the northwestern region of Switzerland. That's when the company actually started, and it was first called as Racine Watches. But late, when during the year of 1914, I believe, when the founder Artiste Racine actually reversed his last name to establish the brand Enicar. And ever since then, he devoted himself to produce high quality timepieces. And among the few he innovated readable pocket watches, which is like mostly used by the European soldiers and railway crews during World War One. And they have a long list of achievements ranging starting from the year it was started from 1914, and it goes to as far as recently as 2014. So I will be giving a short this thing about what they did each year. So as I said, it started the name Enicar started in the year 1914. Even though the brand, actually the watchmaking by the same person Racine, was actually started in the year 1854. In the year 1930, he set up a new factory in Benin, which was a significant move, which kind of enabled the growth of Enicar's watchmaking excellence, with its name widely spread across European countries. They introduced the automatic waterproofing collection successfully, which actually made its debut in the markets. And in the year of 1931, basically during the late 1930s and 1950s, was a period of great change for Enicar, because they created a series of Sherpa watches, which is actually a divot and mini dive, with endurable designs that can live up to extreme environmental conditions, such as corrosive seawater, high pressure, and rapid temperature changes. That's basically when they ventured from automatic to the dive watches. Then during the year 1946 is when they had a pioneering vision, which the Enicar's mechanical watches never ceased to lead the market with trends. So during the 40s, the brand continued to grow with an aim to explore new boundaries, and they introduced their first chronograph model, which was the first time in the market, which was the first chronograph model in the market, which kind of marked a prominent step to the success of the brand. Then I believe in the year 1951, Enicar, they took a huge step forward with the design of Sherpa jet watches, which is like designed with a collaboration with the US Air Force during the World War II. And after the war ended, the Sherpa collection entered the Asian market, which offered to the Asians both the advanced complications in the aviation timing, and later on the mountaineering timing. And even today, the Sherpa collections is regarded as one of the most remarkable models yet. And then during the year, I believe in 1955, or basically in the early 1950s, Enicar received their first certification for accuracy from the renowned observatory and the forerunner of COSC, which is Control Official Suisse des Chronometers, which actually is a certificate for the symbol for their highest precision and reliability for their chronograph. And during the year 1956, as when the Swiss expedition which was set out to conquer the Mount Everest began, and in the various Himalayan regions, and they were equipped with Enicar chronometers, which had brought the world's first acclaimed, which is their world's first acclaimed after the ascent. So one of the members was Ernest Ress, who credited the watch for its. He's one of these people who climbed the Mount Everest during that time, and he credited the watch for its exceptional precision in extreme weather and conditions. Meanwhile, its waterproof ultrasonic dive watch, the Sea Pearl, was introduced, which is called, it's an ultrasonic. It's there one of their collection of breed of collections actually. Then as I said, in the year 1957, we are still just halfway of their achievements actually. The Enicar ultrasonic Sherpa chronometer was installed in the Mayflower 2, which was the replica of the 17th century Mayflower, and it's actually a submarine, and they immersed it in seawater for almost around 50 days during the Atlantic voyage, and the watches proved to run with excellent performance in the face of very harsh conditions, and it was credited by the ship Captain Alan Willers during the year 1957. And then coming back to the year 1958, when the British Formula One champion Steering Moss took Enicar ultrasonic Sherpa chronometer as the reliable timekeeper and its trials. They were struck by exceptional performance, and the Sherpa varieties were later on highly acclaimed by Australian World Time Tennis champion Ken Roswell and British motorcycle racing champion Geoff Duke. So a lot of famous celebrities and exceptional personals started endorsing this brand. And in the year 1960, I believe, there was an exhibition illustrating the day life of Li Feng, who was China's people's comrade, and when they started showing all those things they own, they showcased the accessories, including the Enicar watch, at his memorial hall. So the brand actually slowly started, influencing various people, both in the sports field and also in the humanitarian field. And during the year 1960s, I believe, is what the brand started evolving from the traditional confines of watchmaking. The Enicar actually revealed their latest model, which was Supertest the featured Ruby Rotor movement, which is actually a 30 jewel movement, and the simplicity of the system actually guaranteed high precision and kept the correct time to the second actually. And then during the late 60s to 70s, was the world time for quartz movement, and Enicar introduced quartz movement, which features beta 21 movement, which was developed by the renowned I believe Century Horologer in Century and Electronic Horologer in Switzerland, and it won the Watch of Precision at the museum observatory, and yeah, then came in 1993 actually. They had a huge auction of the Soviet spaceware, in which a huge amount of antique Enicar watch models were became a spectacular part. And these timepieces were actually a splendid collections owned by the eminent Soviet rocket engineer Sergei Khlorov during the late 50s and 60s. So it kind of shows how the brand was actually, evolving over the time. And during the 90s 94 part, the Enicar was actually selected as the official watch sponsor for the 12th Asian Games actually in Hiroshima, Japan. And in 1996, Enicar actually became the official gift sponsor for the Chinese delegations in the 26th Atlanta Olympic Games actually. And then by the year around 2007, a renowned English artist actually created his heart. His name was Damien Hirst. He's a very famous English artist. Actually, he created his art piece with Enicar dials as the skull's eye actually, and the art piece was later recognized as one of his best collections in the year 2007 actually. So it shows the how this brand has influenced various people from the even starting from their from 1914 to the late 20th century, how we influenced various generation of people actually. And during the year around 2009, Enicar watch actually was previously been mentioned in the novel The Frog, which is written by the in 2012 by Chinese literature novel Mo Yang. And in it he quotes, the man who gave the Enicar watch to the aunt is an Air Force pilot. So everyone thinks that the aunt and the pilot are a perfect match. It's actually actually this is a quote from his book, I believe in the chapter 1 section 6 part. Then came in the year latest development was during the year 2014, in which Enicar was more than a familiar name, and but also a story about success and precision. So in 2014, the brand celebrated its 100th anniversary and dedicated to its long history and tradition in watchmaking. So in the year 2014, the brand actually reached 100 years, which is not a small commission for a watch brand. I know there are brands which are much older than this Enicar watch, but this watch has such a rich history, and I'm actually fortunate to own one of this vintage watch. Okay, now enough about the history of the watch. So my watch is the Enicar Ultrasonic. As I said, Ultrasonic is one of their even when you look throughout their history, Ultrasonic is one of their top list position watches, which has such precision. So this is the vintage Enicar watch. Enicar, which has I believe it has a caliber 167 movement. The case size is around 40 mm, 40.5 to be precise, with the crown actually, and the case reference number is around 1670134, which has an acrylic glass crystal, and the band is actually the original band of the watch is a brown leather belt, and which is made the dial is original, so I really don't like leather band, so I actually bought this aftermarket mesh strap from a renowned seller called Gautam Hirani. And yeah, this is it's an automatic movement, and this has a day-date watch. I like the dial, looks lovely actually. It's a screw back case back. The lug width is around 20 mm, and it's stainless steel. The case material is stainless steel. It's an automatic, and yeah. I don't have a square shape band and watch, and I really wanted this watch. And I can show you a 360 degree of the. See, this is that symbol. It's a shark trying to diving out of the water or the sea, and swallow a Saturn, and that's their brand symbol. Saturn is their brand symbol. I'll just show you when you just see moves. It has a 21 joule movement. The Racine ones and all has a 30 joule movement. I just love this mesh strap. It has a very superior quality feel, and it actually suits this watch perfectly actually.